Yo, we rolling.
Oh,
Hassan, did you watch Kill Bill?
I did watch Kill Bill, and I liked it a lot. I did like it a lot. I did. I thought it was great.
Come on, man.
I had a good time. I kind of didn't want to like it just because you told me I'd like it so much.
It's so good.
And I'm an asshole like that, but I enjoyed it. Despite my best efforts.
To try and not like it.
To try to not like it. I really did enjoy it.
The dialogue, the story.
Yeah. I watched it twice. So, I don't usually watch movies twice. Because I got the gist the first time, but I was also watching Game 7, so I wasn't giving it a fair shake.
Yeah.
Because the World Series was happening at the time. But I was like, okay, let me actually watch it.
When you sit down and watch a Tarantino movie, man, it's insane how much you notice.
Crazy.
Yeah,
the world is crazy,
and it's so detailed.
Mm-hmm.
It's so detailed.
My favorite part, the sounds that they make during the fight. They're very movie-esque. They're very. It's almost like like those old 70s kung fu movie type sounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell that's what he was going for. Just the like just how much anger and the oh my god, all the sounds and oh god, it just made it sound so kung fu-y.
Yeah, it was, but it was like modern. It wasn't like campy or it wasn't like wasn't. No, it was very well. It was just well done. As someone who watches a lot of those movies, you could tell Tarantino really watches a lot of kung fu movies.
Fuck it. So from what I told you, what did I hit? What did I not hit?
You got the country music song that was playing in the police officer's car, right?
I remember.
Yeah, and then he has a bunch of like sunglasses on his dashboard, which I thought was really funny. You got that when she like jumps on the table when Lucy Liu.
That's her name.
Yeah, that's her name. When Lucy Liu jumps on the table and like is on her toes and like runs really quickly and then chops that dude's head off. So Boss Tanaka's head off.
Oh yeah, man.
You got that perfectly. Yeah.
Orenishi.
Oh, that's what it was. Orenishi.
Yo, that's one of the dopest things.
We have unfinished business.
Horado, kamadao.
Yeah.
That's what you
Let's say Uma Thurman's Japanese is pretty good.
She kills it. How hard does she kill it though? Straight up.
She's
in that
really
movie.
good. She's incredibly good. I think we brought it up when we talked about the movie, but yeah, she's better Wonder Woman.
She's Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She's
crazy.
Wonder Woman.
She got shot in the head.
She got raped.
Multiple times. That jar of Vaseline was gross.
The grossest jar of Vaseline I've ever seen in my
entire life. Gross jar of Vaseline. It's like, man, you can't even get a new jar of Vaseline?
Come on.
These people, well, no, because like, also, as like a business owner, right? These people are paying a lot of money, not a lot. They're not paying a lot of money.
$50.
That's 75.
Oh.
No, but you think you would spring for some Vaseline?
Yeah.
This is bad business.
Yeah. She's also pretty hot.
Yeah.
To just be like allowed to fuck in a hospital.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the fact that nobody figured that out.
And also what you brought up, because it's a great point.
Right.
You have to just accept that in the movie when after she kills those two people, and then she's in the truck for 13
hours. Yeah.
And you just have to accept, there's no police in this world.
Yeah, there's no police in this world.
She gets on like 5 planes with samurai swords.
There are 2 dead people and a girl in a coma is missing.
Oh, yeah.
And the first place you think you would check is the pussy wagon.
Yeah. I'm definitely checking. Maybe not in the first place, but eventually I'm getting. It's in my like top 3 of places that I'm checking.
Like one of his coworkers would be like, "You should probably check out the pussy wagon."
Yo,
some weird
go look
shit.
at his car.
Yeah, there's some weird shit happening in there.
That guy was definitely fucking weird as shit.
Well, what's it called? So you know how there's that theory that not that theory, like all Tarantino movies are in the same universe.
Yes,
right.
I have heard that.
And so the theory about Kill Bill is, so in Inglourious Basterds they kill Hitler very violently.
Yes.
And the theory on Kill Bill is what a kung fu movie in that universe would look like. In a universe where Adolf Hitler was just shot a bunch of times in the face and then blown up in a movie theater.
Yeah.
We've accepted violence to the point where that's what a kung fu movie would look like. Because I thought I would because it's a very violent movie, and I don't do violent movies very well.
But it's not as gory. It's gory.
It's gory, but not in a way that's upsetting.
The storyline is so beautiful.
And also it's just so over the top.
Yes.
There's so much blood that it's awesome. Yeah. It's like it's not realistic.
It's like Django.
Yes, it's exactly like Django.
It's a lot like Django. The storyline, it's pretty much Django with white women.
Yeah.
It's white women. Kill Bill's white women's Django.
Oh God, man, there's just so many unanswered questions too. Like that's what's so good about it. Like I can't. I'm like angry now that I have to wait for us to do.
I know.
Volume
and
2
it's gonna be years.
Years.
I'm not gonna let you watch this movie until you completely forget about it.
Who is she getting married to? what the fuck? What are they doing in El Paso?
And the beautiful thing about the movie is it's one movie. It's one movie. Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2. It's not like they shot them separately.
Right.
They shot them together. So it's the cool thing when you do watch the second one, you feel like the first.
It's continuous.
It's continuous. You don't.
Right.
It's not even continuous because you jump in and it's like the story is so chopped up. But it fills in all the other holes. So like you know like there's all these holes. It fills in all those holes.
Right.
Like, and then it ends. And it's just fucking perfect, man. It's just I like part 2 better than part 1.
All right. Well, now I feel like an asshole for
You
waiting.
You have anything that I miss?
Anything that you missed? There was nothing that really like stuck out to me in terms of like, I guess if I had to ask Tarantino a question, the one question that I would have asked is, there's 2 shots in the movies that are from a overhead.
When she's walking in the house with Renita Green, Vivica Fox.
Vivica Fox, after the daughter catches them fighting.
And they're going to the kitchen.
Yeah, and they're going to the kitchen. That's overhead. And then when Sophie walks into the bathroom at the House of Blue Leaves.
Oh, yeah.
She's
zipping up her motherfucking cool yellow jacket.
Yeah.
And it, like you can see through the bathroom stall. That's a dope shot, too. How you can see through the bathroom stall and then it comes like back to reality.
Yeah, I'm curious because, I mean, those are everything about this movie, like detail-wise, is so meticulously placed. It's like, every detail matters. You could tell. Like, the box of cereal. This is my favorite detail.
Yeah.
The box of cereal where the gun is hidden. Mm-hmm. You know what the cereal is called? The cereal is called Kaboom.
Kaboom.
Mm-hmm. It's a great detail.
Why wouldn't you put the gun in the Kaboom box?
Yeah, it's a great detail. And so I was like, there's a reason why he chose these overhead. And that's what I'd be curious to ask. I'd be like, why? I want to know his reasoning.
Yeah.
Because it's noticeable.
Yeah, it is.
That they're overhead.
It looks really cool, too.
Mm-hmm.
I bet in my head that's his name. I want to believe that he's going to say it looked really cool. Did you see it?
Yeah.
It looked cool.
The music was dope. The music during when the big fight scene in the Blue Leaves place, it was like a little sexy.
They changed it a couple times.
Yeah.
There's no music. It's just the fights and noises, and then there's retro music at one point. Mm-hmm. And then I like the music that they use when she's fighting Orin Ishii in the Winter Wonderland.
Oh, yeah.
And boom, like that shit. Like that was fire, dog. All the music. All Tarantino's movies, though. Every movie he's done, even Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction even, the music is insane. The track lists are always insane.
This is one thing you forgot to tell me. You forgot to tell me that the fight, the end, goes black and white for a good amount of time.
I think I did. Remember, I say, she pokes his eye out.
She pokes his eye out, and it goes black and white.
Maybe.
I didn't remember.
And then she blinks, and then that's when it comes back. Yeah. And then, like, right when it happens, the manager cuts the lights out. So many sequence of events things.
It just kept happening. Stuff kept happening. It was great. The action never stopped.
The fight, that whole. I mean, from when she kills off the couple of one-on-ones, and then she kills Go-Go, and then she fights all the 88.
That's my favorite.
And then she fights Orin Ishii. Yeah, it's just like, it's so fucking crazy.
Go-Go is my favorite death.
That's the best fight scene.
Yes.
In the movie.
She's badass as hell.
She should have won.
She got
too close. All she had to do was choke her from a distance. Like, bitch, you already choking her. You ain't got to do the whole walk-up thing to look cool.
She got cocky.
Yeah, she was very cocky.
Yeah, she is very
She also
cocky.
killed a guy for no reason. I didn't forget that, Go-Go.
Yeah, watch yourself. Yeah, but her death was cool with the blood in the eyes.
Oh, yeah, that was a great shot.
Yeah. But she was the most bad. She was doing crazy shit with that.
Dude.
Like the leg kicks.
Yeah, I wanted to see her, like, her kung fu without even the thing, because she was such a, what is a mace? A mason?
I don't even know what that is. I think that's a mace, but that's probably
But I've never seen one like that, because the one I'm thinking of is the one like the Lord of the Rings, where it's like this big-ass mason, you know what I'm talking about?
And it's like, it's on a stick.
Yeah, but the one she had was on a rope, so it was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And the rope was way too long.
Yeah, it's just true. It was a distance weapon. If she just kept her distance, she would have won.
There was one sound effect I really like where, you know how I told you, she hits the motherfucking thing back to him like a baseball?
Yeah.
And it hits her in the back of the head?
Yeah.
And then when she lands and it breaks the table, it does a bowling pins sound effect. Like, clearly. Like, it's not the sound that makes when the chair breaks, but you can tell, it's like, oh, why did he so... It's just so clever, man. It just made the fight scene, like, that much cooler that you heard that sounded like bowling pins hitting, and you're like, oh, that's not the right sound for that. But you don't think that.
Yeah,
it's just perfect.
It's
man.
very well done. Very well done movie. The anime was incredible.
I told you about that, and he changes up the anime. Well, I asked you because you like anime.
Yes.
Like, what kind of anime that was?
And I think I told you is that what was interesting about it is I haven't seen a lot. I've seen a good amount, but I haven't seen a lot of anime.
More than me.
I've seen more than you. And it's like it had the distinct anime looks, anime feels, the sound motions that they had. You know, the little grunts before every shot. That's very anime. Yeah. And then when something bad happens, the eyes widen.
Yeah.
That's very anime. But like artistic style wise, it was brand new. I've never been like, oh, that looks like this. It was like, no, I've never seen anything like that.
That's cool.
But it was very, like, even the bad guy, very pale, slanted face, pointed face. The guy who kills his father. That's like a classic anime bad guy look.
And the sound of the music in the back, that like, oh, it sounds evil and shit.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines of the movie is during the anime portion where the narrator goes, "Lucky for Oren, Boss Matsumoto was a pedophile." Yeah.
Boss Matsumoto was a pedophile.
It's like only in a Tarantino movie would it be lucky that one of the characters
Luckily,
was a pedophile.
luckily,
thank God.
Or else, then what?
Yeah. Also, that's like she died, but like he's about to fuck her in that scene.
Yeah.
What? That scene is crazy.
She's a fucking powerful little girl, man.
Yeah, she fucking murdered him. Do I look like someone I know? Do I look like someone you know? Oh God.
Look at my face.
Look at my face.
Look at my eyes. Great movie, dog.
Yeah.
Glad you liked it. I'm glad you watched it.
Now I gotta wait so long for the second one.
As long as possible, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't tell me what happens, people.
No one ever tell a sign what happens in Kill Bill Volume 2.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was anime in the first one. So for the second one, I just fucking...
You have no idea, bro.
Claymation.
Oh, the second one, dog. Yeah, bro. The claymation massacre scene is insane.
Yeah, the Wallace and Gromit cameo is out of nowhere.
Oh, shit, man. All right. Kill Bill.
Kill Bill, everybody.
Wrapped up. What up, my boy EA Sports?
What's up, Derek?
Yo, man. We're doing cool run-ins
I'm
today.
excited. First sports movie.
First sports movie.
Love
sports movies.
Yes.
I love this movie. I've seen it a million times.
This was also one of my best friends from high school. You met Matt.
Yeah.
It's one of his favorite movies.
It's a classic. It's an absolute classic, Disney classic. Hassan Ahmad. What do you think happens in Cool Runnings?
Okay. I mean...
It's also a true story.
Oh, is it?
True story.
Oh, man. Okay. So, for some reason, these Jamaican guys want to start a bobsled team, right? The way I thought of it in my head is that one of them has just, like, Jamaican pride and wants to bring his sport into the Winter Olympics or some shit like that.
Uh-huh.
And he gets a ragtag group of friends.
A ragtag team.
It's always
team. It always is a ragtag team.
Yeah, this feels like a ragtag type movie. One of them and like his team is like one of the like so he really cares. One of them thinks it's funny, so it's like yeah, he just sort of go with it. Then they have like the guy who is like the star athlete, but he couldn't make the regular Olympic team, so he's like, I'll do anything I can to be in the Olympics or whatever. So he's like their ringer. He's like the only real athletic person there, like the real athletic person there. Then I know Doug or whatever is in it, so he's about to be on the Cosby Show. He's trying to get he's trying to get his profile up or some shit. He's in Cosby, right? The second one, right? And then maybe like an alternate guy who's like their alternate, who's like the worst guy who everyone kind of shits on, but in the end he comes back and is the hero somehow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He steps up. They go to wherever the Olympics are. Somewhere cold, possibly Europe.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe the United States. Maybe it was one of those. It's one of the two. And people don't believe in them. Everyone kind of makes fun of them. No one treats them well. Except for their one white. There's always the white savior type guy. There's a white savior type guy who really is like, hey, I believe in what you're doing, and I give a shit about y'all. And then, internal struggle happens in the group. At one point,
that's so funny.
Yeah,
this is so funny just hearing this.
Internal struggle happens. That's one guy threatens to quit, but is convinced not to, or one guy's about to quit but shows up right before the big race. Right before the big race, he's like, I'm a part of this.
I'm a part of this. I want a bobsled.
Yeah. I will bobsled. Because, they're all doing it for their own reasons, but then they come together and be like, this is for Jamaica or whatever. Okay. Yeah, this is for Jamaica. And maybe like the star guy gets injured, but that's when the alternate guy steps in.
Okay.
Yeah. The star guy watches the whole thing in a sling. He watches. He's cheering.
Oh my God.
He's cheering.
What sports movie are you describing?
Come on.
I totally get it.
You know what I mean. You see it.
It's so funny, though.
You see it. They probably come in like last place still. They probably really are bad at the sport, but they gain the respect of their peers.
And then the movie ends.
And then, there's probably a love story. The main guy probably falls in love with this girl who really believes in him.
Wow.
And then that's there's a song. I know there's a song. They do sing. I know they sing. And that's Cool Runnings, everybody. We don't need to do this, right? I nailed it. Podcast over, right? I'm gonna go.
Wow. I can't believe you guessed closer on Boys in the Hood.
Really?
Like,
I'm not good with these black movies. It seems.
You were so off on this one.
Oh, really?
It's really funny. But this one was the funniest because the other ones you're kind like some stuff like, oh, you nailed that, or you nailed that. This one I'm like, whoa. I don't know what movie you just described.
Hey, I described Cool Runnings. I think that's what I described.
We start.
Oh.
Jamaica.
Okay.
November 1987.
1987. So what? 88. So are they going to Japan?
It's the Winter Olympics.
The Winter Olympics. Yeah. This wasn't 88 in Japan.
Shit. Actually, I'm gonna tell you the movie because what I'm about to say is not the Winter Olympics yet.
Okay.
So the movie starts with an awesome Jamaican song, like a happy, and they use this song a lot throughout the movie. It's like that.
Hey, so it's supposed to get you like grooving, right?
Yeah.
You're like into
and
it.
the words, like for the credits, they're like Lion King.
Okay.
It's very 90s. It's just,
Oh, yeah.
like it's the Lion King kind of words. It's just like the Jamaican music, and it's just upbeat immediately.
Well, I was in our kitchen when you started playing it, and it sounded very 90s.
Yeah.
It 100% sounded
Very 90s upbeat Jamaican song, and the camera pans to a runner's feet, like in a runner's track stance.
Okay.
Right? And it pans up, and it's a guy smiling, and then it pans like to the right, and you see like a long stretch of tape, and then you see a bunch of kids at the end of like a makeshift finish line, and they're all cheering for him, and then he smiles and he takes off, and then all the kids like starts like cheering, and he does a sprint, and then he sprints through the finish line, and then he turns around and he waves, and then and he keeps running. He just keeps like jogging. So that's how the movie starts.
Right.
Right. And it's just credits rolling as the credits roll as he basically runs across Jamaica. And like while this music's playing and like a happy-go-lucky thing.
Yeah, there's kids cheering for him.
Everywhere you go, everyone clearly knows him.
Okay.
Because people are like cheering him on the street, like, yeah, go Doris. You know what I mean?
What's his name?
You're gonna win. Like, yeah, like something like that. Like, you got it. You know, like everybody's cheering for him.
Right.
His name's, you don't know this yet, but his name is Doris. Okay.
Doris. All right.
So eventually, credits stop rolling, and he runs all the way to this go-kart race. All right. He runs to a go-kart race, and we meet one of our other main characters, Dougie Doug,
Okay.
Sanka. His name's Sanka.
His name is Sanka.
He is the complete comedian relief in this movie.
Okay.
And he is the funniest part of the movie. He's actually legitimately funny. I've seen the movie. He gives me a couple house laughs today.
Really?
He completely steals the movie.
Okay.
He is this movie, all right?
Okay, so he's in this go-kart race.
He's in the go-kart race.
throwing
and
turtle shells at people and whatnot.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And so he's talking to these kids who are like cleaning up his go-kart, like helping him with it, and he's bragging about himself. He's bragging about how he's like the 7-time Derby champion, you know?
Right.
Like he's 7-time Derby champion, and then and every time the kids like would cheer for him, he'd be like, "Get back to work!" Like he like brag, and then they get excited, and then he'd be like, "Get back to work!" It was really funny.
That's funny.
Immediately he was just funny.
That's funny.
So Doris, tells him good luck, and Doris,
so they know each other.
Oh, they're best friends. Like
they're
they
best
walk
friends.
up, kind of tell their boy, and then like he runs off, and Doris goes up into the crowd where his wife is standing because he goes, "Hey, honey," gives her a kiss, and then this other woman who's a friend who's like. And she's like, and he's like, how do you would think, Sanka will do? And then she's like, that's Sanka's I know good nothing. And then like everybody starts laughing, right? Like, oh, okay, clearly Sanka's the idiot. Like clearly he's the dumb guy that everybody makes fun of, right?
Right.
So they start the race. They're up on this big hill, right? And then you hear Sanka like, feel the rhythm, feel the ride, get on up. It's pushcart time! And then they start. And then the race starts, and they're going down this huge hill, and it's a pushcart. It's not a go-kart, by the way. It's a pushcart.
Okay.
So he's like kicking it.
Okay.
From the back.
So it's very.
And there's a kid on the front.
So it's very bobsled-like.
Very bobsled-like.
Okay.
I
think I see where this movie's going.
You now see where we're headed.
Yeah, I think I see the direction we're going.
So he wins the race, like he's kind of like talking shit to the other kids as he's running. It's just like a fun scene. The music's still playing, like it's still this happy credits rolling scene.
Right.
And he's kind of getting to, and then he wins the race, and another pushcart kind of bumps them off the road, and then they go crashing through a house. like through completely crashing
and
through a house.
papers go flying.
Papers, chickens.
Chickens. Oh, chickens.
Of course.
Jamaica. Yeah.
Chickens go flying.
Chickens go flying.
And then you see everybody like, everybody paying. Like, so you see a crowd run up to the house, and then you see Doris. He's like, move. And he comes up and he goes, hey, Sanka, you're dead, man. And Sanka goes, yeah, man. And then that's it. Scene ends.
That's just the opening.
That's how the movie starts.
That's crazy.
It's really funny.
That's crazy. Does anyone smoke weed in this film?
No,
It's a kids' film.
it comes up, not
Okay.
weed, just smoking. Not even
Okay.
so. It's not, but it could have been about cigarettes. But it does. But yeah, so it's a very kids' film.
Okay.
Nothing serious happens in this movie. Nothing happens in this movie.
Nothing happens. I like
Nothing.
that. I like that. 'Cause yeah.
So the next run, it's like early in the morning, and the Doris guy, he's sitting on his front stoop, and he's tying his like shoes. And then his wife comes out. She's like, you know what you doing? And he's like, oh, I just gotta go on one more run. I gotta go on one more run before the trials. And then she goes, she's like, but you have papers to grade. And
Oh,
he's
he's a
like,
teacher?
he's a teacher. You find out he's a sub.
He's a sub.
And he goes,
Yeah.
honey, you know, I got
That's
to
how you know
do
he's
this.
following his dreams.
Yeah.
That substitute teacher is following your
Exactly.
dreams.
So he's like, I got
Dreams
to do
job.
this. I'm gonna, you know, he's like, you know, that's what I do. And then she goes, honey, are you nervous? And he goes, you know, no, I'm going to the Olympics, baby. If they run, no matter how fast they run, I run faster. No matter how hard they sprint, I'm gonna sprint harder. And she was like, but are you nervous? And he goes, I'm terrified. Right? And like it's like a big, like clearly like supposed to be like a big like laughing moment.
Right.
And then she hugs and she kisses him and he's like, we're going to the Olympics, baby. And then he takes off running, right?
And he hurts himself.
No.
No.
So the next scene, they cut to, we're at the Olympic trials.
Okay.
And then you hear a guy on the microphone going, now getting ready for the biggest event in our the Jamaican Olympic trials, the 100-meter dash. Right? And so you hear everybody start like clapping and stuff, and then they pan over to Sanka, and it's him in the crowd with Doris's wife, and then he's like, she's like, do you think he's gonna win? And he's like, Sanka, he's a sure thing to win, other than Big Baldy over there, and he points at like this other guy standing next to Sanka, and he's just this bald dude, just hitting his head like just like that,
Yeah. Just
right?
psyching himself
just
up.
psyching himself up, and
That's
he's like
funny.
right next to Doris, right?
Yeah.
So then in between them. Like in between the bald dude and Doris is a smaller, nervous dude.
Right.
Right? And he introduces himself to Doris. He goes, hey, Doris, I'm a big fan. He says, like, I know you're going to win, and I hope to just be your teammate. Like, says some, like, really nervous kind of like, hey, I'm just a big
Some
fan
beta
of,
shit.
Yeah, no, you're going to
Yeah.
win. Just really, and then Doris goes like, oh, it's cool. Nice to meet you too, man.
Future
and then
teammate, possibly.
and then he like the guy looks happy about it. Like he's like, oh, did the Doris guy talk to me?
Oh,
and then he
God.
looks over at the bald guy and he's like, hey, good luck to you too, man. And the bald guy looks at him like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Like, don't you ever talk to me ever
Yeah.
again. We're about to run Olympic trials. Why are you talking to me?
Right. How'd you even get this far if you're just talking to everybody?
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
you know?
nervous guy.
Nervous fucking idiot. So everyone takes their marks. So like everyone takes their marks. You know, get set, and then the race starts. And Doris is clearly ahead.
Right.
Like clearly winning,
Right.
right? And he's winning, and everybody's cheering, and then they show Doris's wife, and she's cheering, and then all of a sudden her face goes in slow mo to like from cheering to like concern,
Right.
and then they pan back over, and then they show the nervous dude who's in between them, and he slowly starts stumbling, and then as he stumbles, his feet trip the bald guy, and his hands trip Doris. And so all three of them go down. And then Doris falls, tumbles, and he looks up and he sees like other people win in slow motion.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah, it's a sucky scene. And then like the dude like he looks up, like Doris is like in slow motion, he looks up to see the three people who won, and like they're like running off holding the Jamaican flag in slow motion.
Right.
You know? And so he's just pissed. And so they cut to, and it's Doris, and he's in an office, and he's like screaming. Like, oh, that's not fair. Like, it's outside the office, and then they pan into the office, and he's at, like, apparently the guy who runs the Jamaican games, Mr. Coolidge. Okay?
Right.
And Mr. Coolidge is telling him, like, hey, you know, I'm sorry, Doris, just, you know, wait 4 years till the next Olympics. And he's like, that's not fair, Mr. I was tripped. You know, he's just, like, trying to, like, plead his case. And then the Mr. Coolidge guy is like, you know, tough shit, man. You know? And he tells him, like, hey, it's going to be in 4 years, you'll be able to do it again. It'll be okay, right? And so
Right.
Doris, he's looking, and then he looks at a picture of apparently his father, who's on his wall. And then you find out, the Mr. Coolidge guy's like, oh, your father. And you find out his father was an Olympic gold medalist for Jamaica track runner. So that's why
Okay.
it's such a big deal.
Okay.
All right,
Trying
so
to live
and
up
that's
to
how
his-
everybody also knows him. He's like a local legend.
Yeah.
His dad was an Olympic runner, and now he's supposed to be the
Be
next,
the next guy. So he has a lot to live up for.
A lot to live up for. So he's definitely not getting the Olympics for 4 years. So, like, it happened. It's done.
Yeah, which is pretty much done.
That's it.
Yeah.
So and he
Very
and he-
rarely do you get 2 Olympics.
or try like to get to do another one because you tripped. You know?
Right.
So he's begging, And then he looks at the picture, and then he pauses, he stops, he looks sad, and then he looks up again, and the music kind of shifts, like to uppy music, and he goes, "Hey, Mr. Coolidge, who's this white man in the picture with the father?" And then the Mr. Coolidge guy goes like, "Oh, that's Evan Britzel." He's like, "He's a bookie now, but he still lives in Jamaica." And then he goes, "Why is there a gold medal around his neck, though?" And then he goes like, "Oh, because he was an Olympic 2-time bobsledding champion, you know?" And he's like, he came to Jamaica because he had some crazy theory about getting sprinters into bobsledding, you know, but nobody ever believed him. He even tried to get your father to do it, you know, but I mean, you know, he's like, it was such a dumb idea. It never caught on. And then Dries goes like, he kind of gets an idea, like he like looks, and then that happy Jamaican music from the beginning starts playing. Right. And he goes, "Mr. Coolidge, can I take the photo?"
He takes the photo.
And he goes, "Bring it back," you know? And then he goes, "Thank you, Mr. Coolidge, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate it." And he runs out, and then Mr. Coolidge like smiling, and the door closes, and then the door opens back up, and he goes, "Mr. Coolidge, what's a bobsled?" And then it cuts to, and it's Dries kicking the wheels off of Sanka's pushcart, and he goes, "That's a bobsled," to Sanka, right. And Sanka's like, "Oh, so a bobsled is a pushcart with no wheels." Like you can tell he's like, "What are you talking to me about?" You know what I mean? Like he's not interested,
right?
And so Dries is like trying to convince him to do this. Like,
to go get
like,
to the
"Hey
Olympics.
man, come on, you know we can do this. Like it's a bobsled. You're the best pushcart driver in all of Jamaica. Seven's like, come on, this is for you." And then he's like, Sanka's like, "I don't know, you know, whoop de whoop." And then Dries starts giving him a bunch of lines like, "Fine, you don't want to do it, don't. But when I win a gold medal, you're going to be asking me," like all that kind of shit. And then Sanka goes, "Hey, look me in the eye. If you really want something from Sanka, you say, 'Sanka, you're my best friend. We've been through a whole heap together, and I really, really need you.'" And then Dries stops and he goes, "Okay, Sanka, you're my best friend. And we've been through a whole lot together." And he goes, heap. We've been through a whole heap together, and I really, really need you. No." And he goes, "Oh, but I said," he's like, "I'm kidding. All right," you know, so they hug, and he's like, "All right, let's go do this shit." And then they go, "All right, we're going to have to go get the coach."
Right. By the way, a strong accent.
Thank you.
I'm loving this Jamaican accent.
This was the only thing I was excited in this movie.
Yeah.
This was the whole reason.
A part of me is like, I want to jump in, but a part of me is like, oh, but I don't get this accent all the time. This is the only movie. It'd be weird if it'd be weird if we did Jurassic Park and you did that
and
accent.
I did this accent.
Yeah, so
which I'm starting to think I should.
Just constantly. Just do the accent always.
So they go find the coach. They run off to a bar, right? And they get to this bar, and there's a white dude. He's listening to a radio, and he's screaming at the radio. And he's like, "Come on, Tumbleweed! Come on, Tumbleweed!" And the radio guy's like, "Tumbleweed going around the corner. Tumbleweed's looking like it's a horse race, right? Clearly, right? And then the guy on the radio starts going like, "Oh, Tumbleweed's losing speed." And the guy's like, "No, Tumbleweed! No, Tumbleweed! Come on, Tumbleweed!" Like one of those scenes, and the guy's like, "Oh, and Tumbleweed loses by an inch. Oh, if you bet on Tumbleweed, you must be an idiot." Like the radio guy's saying. Yeah. "Anyone but a fool would bet on Tumbleweed."
What else? You should probably kill yourself.
And so the white guy gets up slowly, and he calmly walks, and he's like, and he grabs a pool cue, and he looks at it, and he examines it, and then he beats the shit out of the radio, and you realize it's John Candy. John Candy's the white guy in the movie. Did you know that?
I think so.
Yeah, he's the main guy.
He's the white savior.
Yeah,
I like that.
He's very funny. It's funny that they got a funny guy.
Yeah, that's great. I wasn't expecting John Candy.
So yeah, John Candy, he beats the radio like to pieces. He's like, and he's just pissed, right? And then Sanka and them, they're looking at him, and they're like, like, "That's the guy," like, and then they're kind of nervous, and they go up to him, and then they're like, "Hi," they just kind of start talking. He hasn't even looked up. They're talking to him like, "Hey, I'm Denise.
He's not Sanka." He's not interested in them until they mention the bobsled.
Well, he's not even looking at him.
Right.
No, not even when they mention bobsled.
Really?
So he's like, "Hey, and we want to, get into bobsledding, And then it's so funny too, because the Sanka character goes, like when they all walk up, he goes, "I'm Dries," and he goes, "This is my friend Sanka," and Sanka goes, "Greetings, sled god," and he like bows to him. It's a funny shot. And so as he's like asking him, like, "Hey, we want to get into bobsledding. We heard you came to Jamaica to fun," and he's telling him all this stuff. The John Candy character, the coach, John Candy gets up. And he calmly goes, and grabs another pool cue and starts examining it. And then they both go, like, because they remember what he just did to the radio. And then they run out the bar screaming, like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
And then he just starts playing pool.
Play pool, yeah.
Of course, it's a kid's comedy. And So then,
Yeah, there's no savage beating.
Yeah, so he's playing pool, and then they peek up out there's a window
And
by his head, and they peek up, and they go,
see it.
"Come on, just a bobsled," and he hits the window down, and then it's like a shot of him next, and he's going to the bathroom, and he opens the bathroom stall, and they're like, "Please, come on, coach, you know you want to do it," and they're like, "Get out!" And he's like, "Get out of here, come on,"
Yeah,
and then
the reluctant coach.
The reluctant coach, and then they're like hiding behind the thing, waiting on him to hit a corner, and then he peeks around the corner first and like grabs him by the throat, and Senka goes, "I'm out," and he like runs away.
Yeah,
and then the guy's like, "Get out of here," and then Doris goes, okay, I'm get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow, coach. And he's like, "No, you're not going to see me tomorrow. I'm never going to coach you." And he goes, "Well, I'll be back the next day. And the next day, you're going to coach our bobsled team." And he goes, "Okay, Doris, I'm going to let you know something right now. Snow, you don't have it. Time, you don't have it. The Olympics are 3 weeks away. And me, you don't have me." He's like,
the Olympics are 3 weeks away?
3 months away.
Okay.
He's like, as far as I'm concerned, the sport of bobsledding doesn't exist. That's why I moved to Jamaica, to be 5,000 miles away from it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then that's when Doris hands him a picture of his, the father. That's when he hands him the picture, and that's when he stops. And he's like,
I forgot about the father already.
And he goes, "Would you look at me then?" And then he
So the picture, it looks nothing like John Candy.
No.
Okay.
And then it reflects, the picture reflects to him, and he's like, "Would you look at me now?" Right? Because he's John Candy.
Yeah.
What a horrible joke on John Candy.
I know. Hey, yeah, I'm ugly.
I'm ugly. Look at me. And so then he goes, "Believe me, kid, you don't have what it takes." And he was like, your father had what it takes. No, he's like, "Your father had what it takes." He's like, "But why'd you believe my father had what it takes and not me?" He's like, "Because your father ran the 110 flat." And he goes, "I run it in 9.9. Yeah. And then, that's when he was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And he's still. And then
yeah. What a crazy thing for John Candy to say. He knows nothing about the kid. To be like, "You don't got what it takes."
Well,
guy,
I
I
mean,
don't
it's
know.
also to assume somebody runs a 10 flat 100 is like, you don't. I assume everyone doesn't. Unless they say, "I run a 9.9.
Yeah. And well, Derek, you're an asshole.
So he still says no, right? And he goes, and then he still says no one more time. And then the Reese guy's like, "Mr. Blitzer, you came here 20 years ago looking for your chance to get back to the Olympics. Look at me. I'm your chance." And then he's like, "Fuck it. All right." He's
Right.
like, "You won me over with your Jamaican charm."
His name is Blitzer?
Coach Blitzer, Evan Blitzer.
Okay, I was going to say his first name, Wolf.
Close. So the next scene, he wins them over there in a huge meeting room, right, with a bunch of Jamaican people. And Doris, they're all talking, and it's just a bunch of Jamaican-looking athletes, and they're all in a big room. And he introduces Coach Blitzer, and then he's like, "Senka, hit the video." And then Senka's like, "You're on live, sled god." And he cuts all the house lights down, and they cut on a blooper, a video for bobsledding. Yeah. And it looks like a regular video about bobsledding, right? And he's kind of giving the details about what it's about. Right. And then it just turns into this crazy blooper reel of horrific crashes.
Of stuff that could go wrong.
Of all the things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Every possible situation that could go wrong. And then he's just like, "Ooh, look at that. Ooh, right. Ooh." And he goes, "Oh, it's important to remember, gentlemen, your bones don't break in a bobsled. No. They shatter." And so he's cutting back on, and he's just talking about it, and then he's like, "All right, now who wants to join the team?" And he cuts the lights back on, and of course the room is empty.
Yeah, everyone left.
Everyone left,
yeah.
Other than Senka, right?
Yeah.
And so in walks Baldy.
Oh, it's gonna be Baldy and Nervous Guy. They're about to come back.
You know what's up.
Baldy and Nervous Guy. Hell yeah! I was expecting Baldy. I was expecting Nervous Guy, but I'm pumped that Baldy is back.
Baldy
yeah.
is one of the main characters of the movie.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's gonna be fucking crazy.
Of
Baldy's
course.
crazy. Yeah.
So Baldy walks in, and Doris sees him and lights up, and he runs up and he hugs. He's like, "Yeah, thanks for coming, man." And he goes, "Don't touch me."
Oh, he's still insane.
He's still insane.
Yes. Outside of the race, he's insane.
He's an insane person. And he goes, "No problem, man. What's your name?" And he goes, "Yul Brenner." Almost Neil Brenner. I thought it was Neil Brenner.
Wait, his name is Yul Brenner?
Yul Brenner.
Yul Brenner.
I thought it was Neil Brennan.
Okay.
I want to call him Neil Brennan.
I'm pretty sure Yul Brenner is someone famous as well.
I think so too. It's Yul Brenner.
Yul Brenner.
You're like Yul Brenner.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Welcome to the team, Yul Brenner." And then the Yul guy goes, "First things first. I'm on nobody's team." Just already a crazy person. Yeah. Just already.
Which is also a crazy thing to say when you're about to join a team sport.
I know.
Yeah.
He said, "The only reason I come here is to get off this stinking island." All right. So
by being part of a team.
Yep. And then the coach says, "We still have one problem. We're one Jamaican short." And then right when he says that,
the short Jamaican
little nervous guy walks in.
Yeah.
Right. And right when the little nervous guy walks in, the bald guy turns around, sees him, and immediately tries to kill him.
Right.
You! And he's like trying to kill him, and the Sanka dude jumps on the bald guy's back, and he's just like, yo! And he's just carrying him around. And then Doris like breaks him up, and he's like, come on. He's like, he tripped me too, you know. You can't kill it. Like but if we're gonna have a team, we gotta. This is our only chance. And they're arguing for a while, and then they events, and then the baldy guy's like, I'm not running with him. And they're arguing for a little bit, and then Sanka says some line about how about I draw a line down your head, and it looks like a butt. I don't know how the line comes in,
right,
but it's really funny.
Yeah, it's a kids movie. You gotta bring in the butt jokes. You gotta bring in the fart, the butt, the poop.
So the bald guy finally joins the team, and then that's when Doris goes, hey, Irv, say hello to the first Jamaican bobsled team. And then, of course, Irv goes, oh, God, like the classic, what am I gonna, the ragtag. I got a ragtag bunch of Jamaicans.
Yeah. Ragtag, some RTJs.
So the next scene is him going, gentlemen, Coach John Candy, this is a bobsled. And he shows them like this makeshift bobsled with wheels. Like really crappy looking thing.
Right.
And they're on the top of a hill. And he goes, you're going to be the second middleman. And he touches him and he's like, don't touch me. Forgot? You know, he's like, just the whole movie, he's a crazy person. Right. And he goes, you're strong, you're fast, and you're going to love that seat.
Would I recognize him?
No, you're not going to recognize anyone but the Dougie Doug.
Dougie Doug,
yeah. And John Candy. And he goes, Junior, you're our first middleman. You're quick, you're sharp, you get in here. And he goes, Sanka, you are the brake man. And Sanka goes, no, the driver. And he goes, no, you're the brake man. And Sanka goes, no, I'm the driver. And he goes, no, Sanka, you're the brake man. Listen to me. I am 7-time pushcart champion. I'm the driver. Do you dig that? He said, do you dig where I'm coming from? And then John Candy calmly goes, yeah, I dig where you're coming from. But do you dig where I'm coming from? Because I'm coming from 2 gold medals. I'm coming from 9 world records. I'm coming from 10 years of more brutal bobsledding experience than you could ever imagine. And he's like, I'm coming from broken bones, shattered glass, like broken bobsleds. And then Sanka goes, man, that's a hell of a place to be coming from. And then he goes, Sanka, the reason I don't think you should be the driver, he said the driver has to work harder than anyone. He has to get up before everybody, go to sleep. When the rest of the team's out getting beers, he's got to look over his notes and make sure he knows every turn, backwards and forwards. The driver is responsible for everybody's life and death in the thing. And then he goes, man, I think Doris should be the driver. He goes, I do too. And then Sanka gets in the back. And so, like, he's telling him, so like he's like, you know, like this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna be a team. And then this scene cuts, and it cuts to Junior, and he's talking to someone, and he goes, "Look, Father, I'm not gonna be some corporate no good deli. You know, I'm gonna be an Olympic bobsledder. And if you don't like that, then you can shove it or something like that."
Right.
And then it pans over and he's talking to his dog, obviously. And he's like,
I didn't see that coming. What do you mean, obviously? I didn't see that coming.
Okay, he's dressed in like he's clearly a rich kid. He's dressed out of all the other ones look like normal people, and then he's dressed in like Carlton from Fresh Prince.
Okay.
So you see that he's like way more well to do.
Right.
You know.
So he's practicing his speech to his dog.
He's practicing his speech to his dog, and he's like cleaning this crazy nice like Benz, like right, he's just a rich kid, you know, and he's cleaning and his dad pulls in, and he goes, Father, I have something to say, and his father goes, I have something to tell you. He's like, I just got you a job with Webster and Cohen. You're gonna be the new head of like their marketing, you know, and he's like, oh, thank you, and he's like, enough of this track nonsense, because he kind of looks, he's like, but Dad, he's like, no more track. He's like, we did long enough with that nonsense, and it's like, dude, he almost made it to the Olympics.
Yeah,
like,
he was in the final race.
Like, relax
and
a little
he was close enough to trip the leader.
Yeah, he would have made it. He would have made it to the Olympics.
Yeah.
You know? So his dad's like, all right. And then his dad walks away, and then he looks at his dog, and he's like, we sure told him.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And you go, something like that, bobsledding is not track. Did he say that?
No, he didn't bring up the bobsledding yet.
Oh, man.
He didn't say anything, but he just kind of like cowered out and was like, well,
right.
I guess that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So the next scene is John Candy. He's telling him, he's like, so winning a bobsled race is about one thing, the push start. I know you think you're all fast, but let's see how fast you are pushing a 600-pound sled, right? And he goes, if you can't clear a 6 flat push off, then you might as well be a barbershop quartet. And then the Jamaican music starts and a montage starts.
Oh, yeah. I love a good montage.
I love a good montage, dude. And there's like 2 montages in this fucking movie.
This is double montage?
Double montage in this movie.
Fuck yes.
So there's a montage of them like falling down the hill. They're doing the push start, and they can't even get close to getting it right. And there's like one scene where like they're going down the hill and like 2 of their legs are up. It's like, how did you even get in the bobsled that way?
What are you? They were just trying to get in. They weren't even.
So yeah, like 2 of their legs are up, and the other 2 are like facing the wrong way. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're just fucking up, and it's a whole montage of them they can't get it right. You know. And then he's during the montage, like he's doing a voiceover the whole time, John Candy, and he's talking about like how cold it's gonna be, and then they cut to and they're standing outside of like an ice cream truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's telling them how cold it's going to be. It's going to be colder than any temperature you've ever seen, blah, blah, blah. And he's talking to Doris and the ball guy and the junior. And then he opens the door and Sanka is inside. He's like, how you doing in there, Sanka? And Sanka peeks his head out and he's completely frozen.
Yeah.
And he breaks off one of his dreads.
That's some good comedy right there.
Great comedy.
That's some good
Just
comedy.
great comedy.
That is funny.
So the end of the montage music kind of slows down, and they try one more time to fly down the hill, and they fly by the coach, and the coach looks at his stopwatch, and then he like taps it, like what? And then they keep going, and they're going down the hill, and he's chasing after him, and then they're going too fast, and they can't stop, and then so Doris like runs them off a road, and then they run straight into a police car.
Oh shit!
And
That'd be crazy if they're into the same house. That's what I was hoping.
That'd have been so fucking.
That'd have
funny,
been really funny. Same chickens.
Same chickens.
Yeah.
And he goes, he does this line, Sanka, you're dead, man. And then Sanka goes, yeah, man. Did that line again.
Right.
And then the police go crazy. They're like, hey, who ran this into a police vehicle? They say that too, which is really funny. Who ran this into a police vehicle?
Yeah, 4 people who are in it. How do you? Who did this?
And then of course they go, we did, sir. And then he goes, who are you? And they go, we are the first Jamaican bobsled team. And then the cops, of course, laugh in their face.
Right.
Yeah. And then the coach, that's when John Candy runs up and he goes, 5'9", 5'9", you did it, 5'9", 5'9". And he tells the cops, get the fuck out of the way. He's like, 5'9", everybody, 5'9", we did it. And the guy's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm their coach. And then he's like, guys, 5'9". Now pick this bobsled up and take it back up the hill. We're doing it again. And they're like, oh, coach. And then like the montage music completely ends. Like that's.
Oh, the montage music is.
It was still going. It was all still going.
Oh.
Yeah, and then that's how it all kind of plays itself out.
Good
Next
montage.
scene,
Good
great skills, great montage.
Good montage.
Next scene, the coach is in the office and he's begging the Mr. Coolidge guy for them to get back, like to let them into the Olympics.
Right.
He needs 20,000.
Okay.
He's like, we need a sponsor. We need the country to sponsor us, or we're gonna have nothing.
Right.
And then of course the Mr. Coolidge guy's like, no, like you guys are gonna embarrass the sport. You look like you're gonna embarrassment. Like we're not. Hell no. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he comes out and he's like pissed. And then the Doris guy's standing out there, and he goes, don't worry about it, coach. We'll find another way. Like right before the John Candy character even say anything, and then he's like, do the words give up mean anything to you? And he's like, nope. And then the Jamaican music starts playing again, the happy Jamaican music, and they start a fundraiser montage.
Montage to montage?
Yeah, and this montage
Whoa.
is now, the fundraising montage. You've seen the car wash.
They're washing cars and stuff.
They're not washing cars. So they're all doing different things. And there's a song playing. This is the song that's playing in the background, and Sanka singing it. Right. Some people say, and they know we can't believe. Jamaica, we have a bobsled team. Yeah, that one. They're singing that song with the montage.
That's the song I mean.
I knew that's the song you meant. Everybody knows that. That's the song.
That's the song.
So they all have different schemes. The bald head guy, he's arm wrestling people and he's beating them. And then this big woman walks up and of course she beats him.
Right.
Because that's funny.
Right.
And then it is. And then they show the Doris.
It's funny when women win.
It is. They show Doris and Sanka and they set up a kissing booth. And Doris is just making out with this hot woman.
Right.
Like hardcore.
Yeah.
And then it shows Sanka, and Sanka's looking at him all sad.
Doris with his wife. He has a wife, right?
He has a wife.
Yeah.
So the woman leaves, and then he looks at her like lovingly, and then he closes his eyes and makes another kissy face, and then he opens his eyes, and it's his wife, who looks pissed. Yeah. Obviously,
well,
I don't know why this nigga thought this would be
why
good.
did they just get away with that?
So then Sanka scoots over because she grabs Doris by the ear and his wife pulls him off, and then Sanka's my turn then. He gets on the line
and the guy
looks up. No, and it's just like a whole idiot, ugly woman with no teeth.
Yeah.
And then Sanka just starts crying. Because the woman licks her lips and he just immediately starts crying. It's a lot of comedy like that. The whole movie.
The jokes are very silly.
Yeah, and then it shows Doris singing on the street and he's singing the song, and then a guy walks up and he's like, I'll pay you $1 to shut up, and he throws $1 at Sanka. And so the next scene they're counting up all the money. And they all
$80.
They made $100.
Okay,
all together, they all made $100. And it's so funny because they asked Sanka, they were like, Sanka, how did it go? And he's like, how did it go? What? How did it go? It went, some people say, they can't believe it. Right? Yeah. And they're like, he's just yelling at him. He's funny as hell throughout the whole movie.
Right.
So they make $100, and then Junior walks in, and they all look defeated, and they're like, don't pack your bags, Junior. We're not going anywhere. And then Junior goes, oh, that's too bad. And he dumps the $20,000 in cash, on the table. Because he's a rich kid.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, Junior, where'd you get the money? And he's like, I sold my car. The nice BMW was watching. And they were like, Junior, we can't accept this, man. We can't take this money from you. This is too much. And he goes, I'm sorry. Guys, if it wasn't for me, we'd be in the Olympics right now.
Yeah.
I did trip us, so I'm not going to play like that didn't happen. And they all start like, he's like, thanks, Junior. Thanks a whole heap, man. And then they all start hugging, and then they all sing the song. Some people say, and we can't believe, Jamaica, we have a bobsled team. We have the one that is and the one Junior. And then Junior looks at UL like he's going to say, and you'll bring that. And he goes, and Sanka. The fastest of Jamaican sprinters. Go to Olympics, run for Jamaica. And it's like a whole, and then like, And then the next scene, they're at an airport. So they get the money.
All right.
They're at an airport, and they're landing in Calgary, Canada.
Calgary, that's where it was.
That's where it was.
Nagano's 98. I don't know when it was. But.
So they walk out the airport, and they still have like all their Jamaica clothes. Like they're walking through the terminal, right? And then they hit the where the doors open, and then you see the John Candy, the camera angle changes, and you see John Candy walk out, and he like lowers his hat, and then no one else is behind him, and then they flash back to those four, and they're just standing there like.
It's so cold.
So they just all drop their bags because they're all dressed in like tank tops.
Right. Yeah, they didn't think at all.
No, and so they
learned nothing from the ice
they all
cream
run
truck.
back in and get clothes, and then like Sanka puts on like literally everything and his suitcase.
Yeah.
He literally puts his suitcase on, and then he walks back outside, and that's when the Doris guy's like, Sanka, what you smoking, man? I ain't smoking. I'm breathing. And like it's just that.
That's the one weed reference?
Yeah, it's the one weed reference. And
really
it showed
funny.
like it was like negative 25 degrees. Like it's freezing.
Right.
So then they show John Candy, and he's by himself, and he's looking at like where to register, and he's asking people, like, hey, where do I register? And then he goes up to some guy, and it says like bobsledding, and he's like, hey, I'm here to register. And then he's like, who you register for? What country? And he's like, Jamaica. And the guy laughs, and he's like, all right, what country? And he's like, Jamaica. Mm-hmm. And the guy like gets mad. Sir, like, all right, like you want to play game? And then he looks up, he's like, oh, I guess Jamaica really is. And then he goes, he gives them everything, like the rundown of everything they need to do, and then he tells them they have to finish in a minute, 2 seconds or under to qualify, like period.
Right.
Like, right. So says cool. He turns around, and as he's turning around, he bumps into like a bunch of old teammates of his, John Candy, and he's happy to see him. And one of them is excited to see him as well. One of them's like, oh hey, Irv, and then he sees the rest of the guys, and then one of the dudes doesn't talk to him at all, just ghosts him, walks right by him, and then one asks him like, hey Irv, what'd you do to yourself? Like, right?
Jesus.
And then he walks away, and then John Candy kind of brushes both of them off, and then he looks at the one guy he likes, and he's like, hey, can you meet me at a restaurant in 5 minutes? And the guy's like, 5 minutes? I can't do this. He's like, please, can you meet me at a restaurant in 5 minutes? 5 minutes. And then he tells them where to meet him, and they meet up, right? So they meet up, and the coach is like, immediately like, hey, I need a favor. Like I need a favor. He's like, what do you need? And then the guy's like, I need a sled, and I have $5,000. And he's like, you came all the way to fucking Canada without a sled?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, all I have is $5,000. I need a sled. I know you have. He's like, I know you guys have backup sleds that you don't need. Like, please, I don't need whatever. Crappy sled. We need a sled. And the guy's like, dude. And they're arguing, and he's like, man, remember what I did for you back in '98 when you like cheated on your wife or something? Like he gives him like some like, I did something for you, motherfucker. Right. Yeah. And then he's like, all right, fine, I'll give you a sled. And he's like, man, are you really gonna like have these boys embarrassing themselves like this? He's like, I don't think they're gonna embarrass themselves. John Candy's like, I think they're gonna do great. He said, 3 of my guys can run the 100 in under 10 flat. He's like, I don't care who you are. That's lightning. And the guy goes, yeah, but can lightning run on ice? Great. And then John Candy's like,
oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the next scene, they're like all in an ice skating rink.
Yeah.
And he's got all shoes, and they're all just falling down.
Right.
Because he's trying to teach him how to walk, and they're like, Coach, these shoes ain't working, and they're all falling. Right. And then he's like, it's in your toes, grip with your toes, and he's getting like frustrated trying to teach him how to walk.
Right.
And like the junior guy is just holding on to the Yule guy, like,
yeah.
I think I got the hang of it, Coach. Like they're all just falling, and they look terrible. And then he's like, get off the ice. He's like, get off the ice, fellas. Practice is about to start. And then they all go, what practice? And he's like, their practice. And it's like the fucking maple leaves they come out like for practice. Like they're coming out to a game, dude. Yeah. Like in full uniform.
Okay.
Yeah, and then whoever the Calgary team is, like
the Flames.
Yeah. So they come out, and then the one guy like skates right into the Yule Brenner guy, the big ball dude, right. And he just fucking like knocks him down.
He knocks down Yule.
The hockey guy. Yule knocks down the hockey guy. Looks at him, he's like, "That's what I thought, boy." And then he turns to walk away and just falls. Immediately. Yeah. Just like,
this is fun. I feel like I should have popcorn.
It's really good.
You're telling me this
it's
movie.
one of those.
Next time I'll bring a bowl of popcorn. I'll just listen because that's what this is missing. For
it's
me.
One of
yeah. It's a popcorn movie.
It is. It's such a popcorn flick.
Yeah.
So the next scene, they show Doris, and he's like watching he's standing on the thing watching the Swiss team bobsled, and he's completely in awe.
Right. They're professionals.
Yeah,
they're great.
Hein, like, right, and he's just like, and they drive by him, and and he's just like, oh, right, just immediately in awe with the Swiss.
Right.
So the next thing, the coach is taking them where all the sleds are, and they walk in. The first sled they see is the Swiss sled, and all of them freak out. They're like, oh man, look at how cool this is. And then he's like, guys, I want you to meet our sled, and he pulls out, and it's like this silver rust bucket.
Right. It's
It's
terrible
just
looking.
terrible. It looks awful.
Right.
And they're all complaining about it, and then Doris is like, shh, it's beautiful. Like in every movie.
Right.
So the next shot, like they're all cleaning their sleds, like right, like all the other teams, like they pan. It's a big pan shot, and every other team is out. All the other countries are out cleaning their sleds.
Right.
And then the Jamaica teams walk through carrying theirs, and then of course the whole
Everyone's laughing.
Silent.
Oh.
Very racist.
Oh well, yeah. I was gonna say they're probably the only black people around.
Oh yes.
Yeah. There's no.
Oh
way.
yes. So everyone's like quiet and just staring at him, and then you hear Sanka say, "Well, this is good."
Yeah, just break the tension. That's what he's the tension breaker.
Tension breaker.
Yeah.
And then they do their first like practice with the sled. They never even practiced with the sled.
Yeah,
yet.
they've been using this weird
ones. So
with
they're like,
wheels.
"Oh, so we're gonna do a push start," and the coach is like, "No, I'm gonna nudge you off for your first one." And they kind of look like, oh, they look embarrassed. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
fuck, because all the other teams are just looking at them.
Right, are just watching them fail.
Yeah, and all the other teams are like talking shit. Like there's other people talking shit like to them, like, "Hey, Jamaica," you know what I mean? Like just shitting on them.
Yeah, fuck you for trying.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what.
And the coach is like, "Hey, don't worry about it." Tells them, stay focused. And then Sanka he pulls out this egg out of his pants. He's like, "Hey, everybody kiss my lucky egg." And then everybody's like, "No, you fucking weirdo." And then Sanka's like, "Hey, coach, I can't get my helmet on." And he fucking because he has dreads, and the coach just hits the helmet on. So you can't see. All you see is just his dreads.
His dreads are just in the
Covering
way.
his eyes.
That's funny.
It's really funny.
That's really funny. That's a
And
good
then
visual.
he leans
joke.
into Doris and he's like, "Hey, high in, low out, stay focused, stay clear, you got this," and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when Sanka's like, "Hey, coach, I have to use the restroom." He's like, "Just use it after." He's like, "No, but coach, I have to go." He's like, "Sanka, I'm pushing you off now." He's like, "But coach, I gotta go to the bathroom." And then he pushes him off, and the whole motherfucking practice race, you hear Sanka screaming, "Coach!"
Oh God.
God! Like, and they're hitting turns at like 90 miles an hour. God! Just like the whole gosh.
Oh God, is he peeing the whole time?
So they're pinned back, they're just pinballing back and forth.
Okay, so
and then eventually they're looking
doing
awful, and then they
terrible.
just crash. They just completely wreck.
Right.
And then you hear, Sanka, you're dead, man. And he's like, "No, man." And he goes, "Well, you can pee now, man." Too late, man.
Good pee joke.
Good old
man.
pee joke.
Good pee joke. We hit the butt and we hit the pee in this movie.
They hit butts, they hit peas, diarrhea's on the way.
Yeah, we had diarrhea and farts.
Yep.
One of the two, and it's the kids trifecta or quadfecta. One of them.
Yeah. So they cut to after that. They're in the hotel, and it's Yule and Junior and Sanka. And Sanka's making like these weird Jamaican pancakes, and Yule's getting mad at him. And he's like, "Why are you so, you're so Jamaican? You're not gonna be anything but a Jamaican fool. You know that you're always gonna live in Jamaica." And then Yule's like, "Not me." He's like, "I have big dreams. And he pulls out this big house in a picture, and he's like, "I'm gonna live here one day." And then Sanka starts laughing, and he goes, "You idiot! That's Buckingham Palace. You're gonna live with the Queen." And he looks like, and he's like, because he clearly didn't know, and then he crumples it up and he throws it, and he's like, and then the Sanka guys, "You're gonna be working at the docks for Jamaica the rest of your life like everybody else, right?" And then the Junior's like, "Hey, don't say that. He's a Jamaican man. He can be whatever you wants to be. I believe in you, Yule." And then Yule kind of looks at, and then now finally, he kind of looks at him like, they're like, not a friend, but like, all right, I can look at you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Junior's fucking dad and his job? Oh, does that come up later? Okay, I got ahead of myself. But I'm very curious.
Oh yeah,
because I very much relate with Junior right now.
Oh yeah. So the next scene, they go up. They are back on their ice practicing, and the coach tells them, this time they're gonna have to push start themselves. And literally, they don't even make it in the bobsled. So they're trying to do the push start, and they don't.
And
even, they all fall and slip and fall, and the bobsled goes going. And then one of the guys who hates the coach, one of the guys who's like, he gets a friend has to get a picture of it, and then they send it to the newspaper, and so it's just it's on the cover of all the newspapers. The Jamaicans falling, right? And so it shows Mr. Coolidge reading it, the one guy, and he throws the paper down. He's upset, and then it shows Junior's dad, and he's reading it, and then he notices that his son's in the picture. And he throws the paper too.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Also, you just no idea that his son's in fucking Calgary?
He thought his son, I forgot. He told him he went to do the Webster and Cohen thing. So he thinks his son's off
doing some business.
Yeah.
Doing business stuff. All right.
And then he saw in the paper that he's clearly in
on
Calgary.
a bobsled
On a
team
bobsled team
in
losing.
Calgary. Yeah,
Like,
well, yeah, getting
just
just
destroyed.
shit on by the universe.
Yeah, so the next shot is Doris, and he's cleaning his sled, and he's eyeing the Swiss team, like, as they're walking by, and he's just clearly inspired by them, right? He's just like, oh, awe of them.
Right.
And one of the coaches, John Candy's, like, old friends, walks up, and he's like, those guys are pretty good, huh? And he's like, good, they're the best. You know, like, the Swiss team is amazing, you know? And he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, I saw you guys struggling out there. And he's like, we'll be fine. We got a great coach. And the guy starts laughing, like, your coach? And he was like, dude, your coach is the reason you're failing. And he's like, what do you mean? And he's like, you don't know? He's been useless since the 72 games when he got busted. And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, he put weights in the front of his sled. That's why he got stripped of his gold medals. You didn't know this? And then Doris' character's like, and then that's when the coach walks up and he's like, hey, Doris, don't talk to this, don't talk to this guy, like, right? And then the coach is looking at him, and they kind of eye each other down, and then they walk away, like, fuck you, man, bringing that shit up. So he's used to be he lost his gold medals.
He's a cheater. He cheated. He's a degenerate gambler.
Degenerate gambler. Lost his gold medals. He didn't really win them in the first place.
Okay.
He cheated.
Oh man, John Candy, I expect.
That's why his old teammates. Remember, his old teammates. They all didn't like. That's why.
That makes sense.
Makes sense. They lost their gold medals.
He lost them the gold medals. That's crazy.
And also didn't tell him that he was cheating.
How did they not know? Anyways.
So the next scene it's Yule and Junior, and they're getting ready for the club. Right?
Oh, the club.
Mm-hmm. And a maid knocks on the door with a telegram from Junior's father, and it says he must come home right now.
Okay.
Right? So then, of course, that's why. And Junior's like, oh, and they all think it's all over. So they all go to it's a cowboy bar. Like, everyone's lime dancing. Everyone's white. It's a cowboy bar. Sanka's, like, trying to lime dance, and he just looks horrible, right?
Yeah.
And it's Yule and
Sanka's giving it a shot.
Yeah.
That's very Sanka.
Yeah, and Yule's giving Junior a speech at the bar about, that they need him, and if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't even be there. And then Junior's like, man, I'm going home. I can't do this. I can't, I got to listen to my father. You don't understand. He runs my life. Right. And the guy's like, dude, you don't need him. He's like, you can't, he's also, you can't leave your teammates. He's like, what about us? You're just going to leave us and let us, lose out here and just leave us dead? And then Junior, he slams his drink down. He's like, I don't know what to do. And as he slams his drink down, the guy, one of the asshole guys who was talking shit to them earlier when they did their practice run,
right?
He goes, "Hey, Jamaica, keep it down. You don't own this place." And then the Junior guy apologizes. He's like German, and then the guy just keeps talking shit. Like, he walks up, he's like, "Why, you guys shouldn't even be here. You're fucking disgracing this sport. You're disgracing your country." And then the Yule guy just stands up, and the dude kind of like looks at him, and he walks away, like, like, whatever, right?
Right.
And then as he walks away, Yule grabs Junior by the neck, and he carries him to the bathroom, like, pissed. And he throws him in and this is one of the classic scenes of this movie. He throws him in the bathroom, and he tells Junior, look in the mirror. Tell me what you see. And then he goes, I see Junior. And he goes, no. He's like, you want to know what I see, Junior? I see pride. I see power. I see a bad mother who don't take no crap off of nobody. And then the Junior guy's like, you really see all that? And he's like, it doesn't matter what I see, Junior. It matters what you see. Now tell me what you see. And the Junior guy's like, I see pride. Say it. He's like, I see power. He's like, say it again. I see a bad mother who don't take no crap off of nobody. And then, like, for 3 minutes in the bathroom, say it again. I see pride. And then the Junior guy throws his hat off, and he's like all pumped up. Yeah. He's like, I see a bad mother who don't take no shit off of nobody. And then Junior's like, that's right. That's right. And he storms out the bathroom, and the Yule guy's like, wait, where are you going? And then the Junior guy, he's like pissed, and he walks right up to the guy who was talking shit, and he like taps on them on the back, and he goes, hey man, I will not be talked to in that way, and so you better come up with a damn good apology or else. And the guy like pushes him and goes, or else what, Jamaica? And then you can see Junior like wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, you got too pumped.
Yeah,
because that's a very good pump up scene.
I
was like kind of motivated.
Yeah.
Like, I need to look at myself in the mirror and say that shit.
But don't go fight people after.
Well, I mean, hey, I live my own life. But
so the guy pushes him again, and he's like, no, or else what, Jamaica?
Oh god.
And then he pushes him again, and he knocks him down. He's like, oh, what else, Jamaica? You got something to say? And then the guy goes,
I love how your German is just Jamaican.
It's just Jamaican. I don't know how. Yeah, they're the same.
I mean, I get it.
And then he looked at him. He's like, say something, Jamaica. And then Yule steps up, and like you see his boots step up, and like the camera pans up, and the German guy kind of stands up looking at him, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And he goes, no problem, man. And he just knocks the nigga out cold. Like, bow! And then a huge brawl starts in the cowboy fight, like bar.
Oh, that's great.
Huge brawl.
That's great.
Like, Sanka dives in from the live dance. It's crazy.
Between the Germans and the Jamaicans or everybody?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody in the bar.
Good
One of those. Good old cowboy brawl bar fight.
Double montage bar fight. This movie's
Everything's
hitting some shit. Yeah.
So the next scene, it cuts to those three, the Doris, Yule, and Junior, they're on the bed laughing, like giggling, and Sanka and Doris is giving them a speech, like going off, like, you guys need to be better.
You gotta act professional.
Yeah, you never see the Swiss team acting like this, and you don't see the Swiss team fighting and acting a fool. And then Sanka's like, and you never see the Swiss team smiling either. And he's like, he's like kind of shits on him, and then Doris just goes off. He's like, And then the coach comes in, and he's like, goes off on like how you guys are laughing when everyone hates us. It's like, everyone here hates us. Everyone here doesn't think we're supposed to be here, and you guys are just laughing. And he's like, and we're about to get our butt whipped. Good night, gentlemen. And he slams the door. And then the next morning you see like it's like 5 a.m. and you see the coach. He's sleeping like with his mouth open. And then an alarm goes off and the team wakes him up and they go, rise and shine, coach. It's butt whipping time. And Jamaican music starts playing from the beginning of the movie and another montage starts.
Oh yeah, triple montage. Was not expecting that one.
So they start. This one's a workout montage.
Oh fuck yeah!
Like where they're getting their bobsledded right and they're like practicing and all that shit.
And they're like they're getting better. You see them. They start shitty and they slowly get better over time.
Oh yeah, and the classic shot of the shot of people doing pull-ups.
Right.
So it's all of them doing pull-ups, and then it shows Sanka and it's just the coach like lifting his legs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that classic shot.
Yeah.
It's great.
And Sanka's very proud of himself.
Yeah, he is. He's clearly. So the night of the trials comes, and the coach surprises the team with like these new Jamaica tights, and then Sanka's like, "We're gonna freeze in this man," like they're happy about it, but he's not,
Right.
So the coach he gets them to meet all the judges. Like he goes to meet all the judges for the trial, and he realized that one of the old guys who hates him, who apparently was his coach,
right, is now a judge.
Oh,
he's up against it.
They're up against it, and he just changed the qualifying entry time to 1:02 to a minute flat.
Just to fuck with Jamaica.
And then John Candy, the character, smiles and he goes, "No problem, man." And he walks off, and they start the race. And the Doris does the chant he overheard the Swiss team doing, he does that chant, and they take off and they look good, they're looking great, and then they finish and they snatch their helmets off and they all like look at the time to see if they made it, and 59.46, and they all like lose their shit.
That's crazy. They make it.
They barely made it, so they're all losing their shit.
Mm-hmm.
The next scene, they're all painting the bobsled and they're celebrating and they're all giving toast to everything. And then they ask, like, what do you think that we should name the sled? And they're painting the sled like a cool color. And the junior goes, I think we should name it Tallulah. And then they all laugh. And they're like, that's the name of a $2 hooker. Why would we name it that? And he's like, oh, that's my mom's name. He says it like quietly.
And then his fault for trying to pull out his mom's name for the team.
And then they all get quiet and they go, to Tallulah. And then they go, what? They ask Doris, what do you think we should call it? And he goes, Cool Runnings. And they go, Cool Runnings. Like that. Why Cool Runnings? Why that? He's like, what does it mean? And he goes, it means peace be the journey. And they all go, peace be the journey. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's really what Cool Runnings means.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
it's Cool Runnings.
It's cool outside and you decide to run.
Yeah, you guys are sprinters. I don't know how they didn't make that connection.
Dude. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So they all toast to that, and then a man comes up, and it's like in an orange suit, and Sanka goes, to the man in the orange suit, and then they all toast the man in the orange suit, and then he goes like, I have a message for you, and they all go, to the message, and they toast the message, and then they read the message, and they've all been disqualified.
Ooh, what, for being black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't say. It does not say. It just says that they've all been disqualified.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, the next scene is the coach. He's walking down a hallway pissed, and he busts into a big meeting.
Right.
Big white people, Winter Olympics meeting.
Illuminati.
They're all in suits, and then of course, like, oh, you can't be here. And he's like, why'd you do it? Tell me why you did it. Why'd you disqualify my guys? And then he goes, they give him some bullshit about the rules, and then the coach says, we did all that. We complied to every rule, even with you laughing in our face, and you still disqualified my guys. Why? And then he tells him like, oh, but we changed one of the rules this morning. And then he's like, why are you trying to like cheat out my boys? Why would you change one of the rules this morning? Like, why would you do that? And then they go, well, it's just we're just trying to do what's in the best interest for the sport, and
trying to keep it white.
And then they go, if we're being honest, we don't want any embarrassment for the sport.
Right.
And then that's when the only race line in the movie, the coach says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know 4 black guys in a bobsled could make you blush." And then they go, "Hey, come on,
stop telling the truth."
Yeah, he said, "This is not about race." Like they all lose their shit. They're like, "Hey, you better relax about it, God damn it." And then he's like, he he says, like, I know this is about me. He's like, I know you're making this about me. He's like, I cheated. I did it. I cheated in the Olympics. It's the dumbest thing an Olympic athlete could do. I let my team down. I let my country down. And I let my coach down. He points at the guy. He's like, oh, that was his coach.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, but my guys earn the right to represent their country regardless of what place they come in. They deserve the right to wave their flag. That's what the Olympics are about. He gives this whole speech. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, I'm sorry I interrupted your meeting. And he storms out. And so the next scene, they're all waiting in the hotel room. They all just kind of look sad. And then they get a call. And then the coach looks sad after the call. And then he's like, the team looks all disappointed. And they're like, what did they say, coach? And he's like, oh, guys, they said we're back in.
Yeah, the classic turn.
The classic turn.
The classic turn.
You know?
I love it.
So they cut to, and it's Olympic morning,
right?
And it's they show Doris's family and everybody in Jamaica, and they're all watching on a screen as like they carry the Jamaican flag out, you know, mm-hmm. And then they're all just like crying. It's like a nice scene, you know. And then,
it's crazy if you're from Jamaica.
It would be crazy.
Yeah, like oh my God, we're in the you know.
Yeah. So then they go check in like the athletic dorms, and then the coach is like, hey, instead of a speech, I'm gonna give you guys a prayer, and then the prayer is like a ridiculous prayer to like the bobsled gods.
Yeah.
He's like, make sure our turns are on point, and make sure our sixes are seven. Like, you know what I mean?
Low outs.
Make sure we don't get stuck on the 13 turn.
Yeah.
And like it was just like all that, like, you know. And then they're like to the bobsled gods.
But in the structure of a prayer.
In the structure of a prayer, it was very funny. So right when he's doing that, someone knocks on the door, and it's Junior's father. And Junior's like, now listen to me, boy. You might not have done what you asked, but you're going to do what you're told. Go get your things. We're out of here. And then Junior kind of puts his head down and he walks with them to the elevator. And then like the dad gets in the elevator. He's like, go get your things. I'll wait for you in the lobby. Can't believe you, see just going off. And then right when the door's about to close, the Junior guy like stops it and he goes, pride, power. And he opens the door and he goes, Father, what do you see when you look at me? And he goes, I don't have time for your games, Junior. He goes, Father, what do you see? And he's like, I tell you what I see. I see a lost little boy. I see a lost little boy who doesn't know what he's doing. And he goes, that's not what you see. You see a man. I am an Olympian, Father, and I'm staying right here. And then the door closes, and he's like, I did it. And then he turns around like kind of all sad, and then his Yule standing there, and he goes, Junior, you're one bad mother. And then like they like, you know.
He gets to touch Yule.
Yeah, he gets, well, yeah. Like I think he like daps like a, yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, the next shot is everyone preparing for the Olympics, and the Swiss go first. And Doris watches them and he's just completely in awe, still just like, oh, the Swiss, they're so good.
Right.
And then every other country goes until it's Jamaica's turn. Like it's kind of a montage of countries going until it's Jamaica's turn.
Right.
And then Doris is like doing what he just saw the Swiss do, so he's slapping everyone on the helmet, like to get everybody hyped. Mm-hmm. And then they're all looking at him like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like they don't like. Everyone doesn't like.
It's too much.
Too much. And then he's slapping him on the head, and he's like, "Come on!" And then the Sanka guy's like, "Yo, why are you slapping us on the head?" And he's like, "I saw the Swiss do it." He's like, "You see the Swiss make pocket knives? I don't see you making those."
Oh, classic Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife line.
Yeah,
I'd never noticed it until today. It was really good.
Good reference, Sanka.
Oh yeah, Dougie
Doug.
Reference,
yeah.
So they look nervous, and the coach tells them, hey, don't worry about it, guys. It's the first race. No matter what happens, you'll be fine. And then they start horrible. Like, they barely all even get in the bobsled. They almost don't even make it in the bobsled.
Okay,
like, it starts bad. They're pinballing, and the newscasters are completely just shitting on them. And everybody in Jamaica, like, is watching, just looks like, and they're just dogging them. And then they cross the line with, like, one of the worst times ever. And it's just like, everybody's just like, oh, Jamaica. You know what I mean? Just shitting, and everybody's just laughing at them. Just one of those. And then it cuts to, and it's they're back in the hotel room, and it's the coach, John Candy, going, you joked. You choked. It was yours for the taking, and you choked.
So is this a qualifying round, or is this just like actual like?
This is the Olympics.
This is for the medal.
This is for the medal.
Oh shit!
And you get 3 races, and they fucked up the first one.
They fucked up the first one. Okay. There we go. I was confused as to there's no way it's over.
Yeah. So the coach goes off a little bit more, and then he leaves, and then it's quiet for a second while they're all sitting in the room, and then Doris goes, you see, the Swiss wouldn't have. And then right when he brings up the Swiss, they all go, enough with the Swiss.
Right.
They're like, I'm so sick of you bringing up to the Swiss. Everything is about the Swiss this, Swiss that. And then he goes, Doris like, yeah, because the Swiss take it serious. The Swiss want to win. And then Sanka tells him, yeah, but we ain't Swiss, man. Clearly.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't come all this way to forget who I am. And then he's like, and Doris says, I just want us to be the best team we can be. And he goes, yeah, but the best I can be is Jamaican.
Good line.
And he goes, look, Denise, I've known you since we were little. I've known you a long time. I've known you since Judy Jeffries wanted to show you a ding-a-ling. He said, I've known you since Judy Jeffries asked you to show her your ding-a-ling.
Okay, there we go.
That's what
that
he
makes
said.
more
Yeah,
sense.
it makes way
I was
more
like,
sense.
Whoa,
This movie was way more advanced than you thought. This movie was really ahead of its time.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing to just gloss over right there. Judy's got a ding-a-ling?
Yeah. And so he says,
that sounds like a movie.
if we look Jamaican and we talk Jamaican and we act Jamaican, then might as well, damn it, bobsled Jamaican. And then Doris is like, duh. You know?
It took me so long to figure out what I should have, what was in front of me.
Yeah, so the next day they're walking through like the everybody, they're walking past everybody and they're singing the song. Some beep, and they're walking all confident and they're like feeling good. Yeah. And they get up to the line and they go, feel the rhythm, feel the ride, get on up. It's bobsled time.
Yeah.
Cool runnings. And then they fucking destroy. They take off. They have an incredible start, better than the Swiss. Like the guy, the canoe guy's like, that was better than the Swiss start. Right. And they can't believe it. And then the Jamaicans are back home are watching. They're all going crazy. Yeah. And then they finish with a 56.53 time.
Okay, so they killed it.
Oh, destroy it.
Just killed it.
One of the best times, like of the thing, like one of the better times.
Right.
Like a medal kind of time.
Okay.
You know. So they're going crazy. And the next night, it cuts to Doris. He's in his hotel room and he's going over all the turns. He's just studying by himself going over the turn. And the coach comes in. He's like, hey, we're about to go get some food. You want to come with us? And he's like, nah. And he's like, I didn't think you would. Yeah. And then he goes, hey, coach, can I ask you a question? He's like, anything. He's like, it's a serious question, coach. And he goes, you want to know why I cheated? And he's like, yeah. And he was like, well, I wanted to win. I wanted to win more than anything. I wanted to win so bad that it became a sickness, and I had to win. And then he was like, but coach, you had it all. You had 2 gold medals. Why? And he goes, and he's like,
so he cheated after he got the medals, or
no,
like was he cheating all the way through?
I think he was cheating all the way through. I think he was just like, you had it all. Like, why did you were already there? Why cheat? You already like,
okay,
you had it all. You were gonna win. Why even cheat? Mm-hmm. And then he goes, he goes like, Doris. He's like, he says, let me tell you something now. If you're not enough without the medals, you're not gonna be enough with it.
Whew.
You know.
That's
and
real.
then Doris goes, how do I know if I'm enough? And he goes, when you cross that finish line tomorrow, you'll know. Right. So third race.
That's a very good message.
It's
for
a good scene.
Children.
They cut to the third race is about to start, and the newscasters are like, everybody's like, wow, Jamaica has a chance. If they do a good time, they can win gold. They have a chance to win this thing. They're like, it's possible. That's how good their time was yesterday.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they have a chance to win, and then even like the Mr. Coolidge guy he came, like he's at the Jamaican bar with his family that everybody's watching, and then he's like, I came to support my boys, and everybody like cheers in the bar, you know, and
guys, that's so real. The second you start doing good, everyone
of course,
every
goddamn hater, man.
Man.
So the newscasters are like,
everyone's so gross.
The newscasters are like, they're talking about Jamaica. They're like, man, they have a chance to win this thing. And he's like, and everybody here, Tom, has a little bit of Jamaican fever.
God,
he's like,
white people.
Me too, Tom. And he opens up his jacket and he has on a Jamaican bobsled shirt. No, a Jamaican bobsled shirt. And the other guy goes, not just you, buddy. And he opens up his jacket and he also has one. And like the crowd's going crazy. Jamaica. You know, and then feel the rhythm, feel the ride, get on up. It's bobsled time. Cool runnings. Mm-hmm. They take off. They have an even better start than the last time.
But it doesn't end as well.
They look great. No pinballing. They're flying through. They're flying. They're looking like they're going to break possibly the world record. One of the knobs starts coming loose. You see it. Like the camera pans to it. A knob starts coming loose. And then you see one of the legs of the sled start going like this. Right. And then the knob completely comes loose. And they start going way too fast. Right. And then they wreck. Just horrible, not like the first couple wrecks were funny. This was a bad. Like it looks like, oh shit, they might have like hurt themselves. Like it was like a fucked up wreck. Right. And then it shows like Doris kind of slow motion, and he opens his eyes, and it's like the finish line is like, nigga, it's like right where the door is. You know what I mean? It's like right there. Right. You know what I mean? Just he opens his eyes, and then you hear Sanka go, "Hey, Doris, man, you dead?" And then he goes, "No, man. I have to finish the race." And so you see like all these like helpers, of course, come out, like all the people that would help, and they get out to him, and then right when they get to him, they tell the helpers to get out the way, and the team gets up and they pick up the bobsled on their own. It's completely quiet. Right. Completely quiet in the whole stadium. And they pick up the bobsled and they start like carrying it like on their own. And
singing the song?
No, it's a very heartwarming move. They're not saying it, it's just quiet. Just quiet. And then the East German guy who got in the fight with him. Yeah. Starts a slow clap.
Slow clap? Is that a slow clap?
He looks at him, he's like,
oh, God, just angry.
Just angry, so proud to be Jamaican finally.
Yeah. You got the Jamaican beat into him.
Yeah, so he starts to slow clap, and then the crowd starts going crazy. Then Junior looks over, and he sees his dad in the stands, and his dad's got the shirt on, the
Right.
bobsled shirt, and he's cheering him on.
Right.
And everybody's, like, crying, And then they cross the finish line, and everyone goes crazy. The coach and the Doris, they hug, Junior and Yule hug finally, and he goes, this doesn't mean that I like ya. And then they hug again,
Yeah.
right? And then Sankey kisses his lucky egg, and everybody's all happy, And there's like, oh, can I get a picture of you guys? And then, like, they all, like, pose together for a picture. And then the picture, like, it snaps, and then it turns into, like, an actual picture.
Right.
And then it shows Mr. Coolidge, like, putting the picture above the Doris, like, the father picture
The
of
father picture,
them.
yeah.
And he's looking at it. And then it goes to black, and it says, they returned to Jamaica as heroes. And 4 years later, to the Olympics as equals. Cool Runnings.
Ooh. That's the movie?
That's Cool Runnings, baby.
Damn. I fully expect to cry to this.
Oh, yeah, you're going to bawl like a baby, dude. Oh, my God, that last scene's going to fuck you up.
100%. For those of you who don't know, I cry to sports highlights on YouTube. Like,
Highlights.
actual sports highlights.
Like, oh, you mean like a highlight of a good game? No, like a beatdown.
Like a Week 7 Niners loss. I'll cry to that. Good play, a good throw and catch. Sometimes I'll tear up. So
what are you crying to? A 27-13 victory?
Yeah.
Don't know why I'm crying.
Yeah, it's just a 37-yard crossing route, too. Nothing really happened.
Yeah.
This is garbage
He didn't
time.
even score on it.
Yeah,
It was just great throw.
Yeah, garbage time. Beautiful pass. It really got to me. So I fully expect to cry.
Oh,
at the
dude,
end of
it's
this I almost started crying here. I was like, I can't. I'm on camera.
you love sports stuff. I'm telling you, dude, it's a popcorn movie.
Yes.
Popcorn flick.
Yes.
And way funnier than you think it is.
I really was into this one. I didn't ask a lot of questions. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, it's one of those movies, and it's not like a... I told you, nothing happens.
Yeah, I know. I see what you mean. Like, there's like no action almost.
Also, the movie's an hour and a half. The podcast is an hour. I only left out 30 minutes of this. Like, I only didn't talk about 30 minutes of this movie.
You pretty much cut out some dialogue. That's it.
That's it. I did. The rest of the dialogue I kept.
Yeah. Oh, man. I can't wait to watch it.
Cool Runnings, baby.
All right.